Oh, no. Hey guys, so welcome back to a new video. Thank you for sticking around. Last week there weren't any videos. I was having a little bit of a creative, inspirational drought in my brain head. But I'm back. I wanted to sit down and film kind of like a chatty video. I like sitting here and just chatting and connecting with you guys, you know, even though I'm just sitting in a room on my own talking to a camera. But nonetheless, I haven't done a favourites for a little while, and I wanted to just kind of update you on my current favourite beauty products, style stuff, other things that I've been doing and loving. So let's have a big chat about stuff. I want to start with some, I feel like the most concentrated amount of products I've been using are on my body at the moment. I feel like this happens every year when the sun actually decides to come out and we all suddenly rush off into the garden, even if it's like kind of chilly. I have very fair skin, which does tend to burn. So if I am outside, I do make sure that I put my SPF and sun cream on all over my body. When it comes to face as well, I'm sure you guys know I wear SPF every single day. I am praying that it's gonna stop me looking old when I am actually old. It's like a long-term investment kind of thing, you know? So the two SPFs that I've been loving at the moment are these two here. I love how SPF always comes in orange packaging. Is that like a marketing thing? Does that make us want to buy it more? I don't know. So this is the body one that I've been using. It's the Vichy Idéal Soleil, just butchering the French language there. SPF 30, it's got UVB and UVA protection, and this one is a solar protective water. I always like to buy my sun cream from French pharmacy brands like Vichy, Roche-Posay. They seem to kind of speak to me more when it comes to protecting my skin. This one is actually supposed to enhance your tan, which is interesting. I just really love the actual formula of it. It's in this spray bottle, so you can kind of just lie there, douse yourself in this, and it's super kind of clear and invisible. It almost feels a lot like an oil. Super light, but I think it does a really good job. And I feel like I am a little bit tanned, a little bit sun-kissed more than usual, which is basically just me going one up the scale from very pale to just pale. So that's what I've been using on my body. And then as I said, love a French pharmacy brand for SPFs. This one is one of my all-time favorite things ever. It's a really tiny little bottle. I think this is the travel size, but it's the Roche-Posay Thelios 50 plus SPF. It's just always my go-to when it comes to SPF. I love it. It's really hydrating, but not heavy. It does have more of a creamy texture to it, this one, but it never sits really on top of your skin. It sinks in well. And I just really enjoy using it. And again, I've noticed that my face has pretty much stayed the same color as it always is. I have had a few freckles come through, which I'm secretly giddy about inside because I love freckles, but I haven't noticed any damage on my skin, anything like that. So love this, we'll stick to it forever, most probably. And then for kind of like after sun, another body thing that I've been really into is actually just moisturizing. I'm one of those people that steps out the shower and instantly turns into this like scaly, unquenched lizard person. So I have pretty much daily this year been using a body cream all over, and I've tried out so many. I have spoken about the Glossier Body Hero body cream in the past, which I love. It's one of my all-time favorites, but it's super rich. So I only really put that on in the evening if I have a shower or a bath then. But one of my favorites this month has been the Neutrogena Hydra Boost Body Gel Cream, inspired by face care, advanced hydration with hyaluronic acid, normal to dry skin. This is so perfect for right now because to me it basically feels like an after sun. It feels like it does that super cooling job of calming down your skin when it has been outside in the sun. And it's also super hydrating too. It feels very much like a gel and a jelly, and it sinks in so quickly and easily. But it does keep my skin super hydrated, not to the point where it feels sticky when I'm putting my clothes back on, but just really nice and, you know, in there. Good stuff. I like that one a lot, and it's super cheap. They do a bigger bottle too, which I probably should have picked up because I'm nearly out of this. Okay, so that's the body stuff that I've been really liking. Also kind of along the same lines is this product from Sachajuan. This is a leave-in conditioner, which isn't really a product that I've ever dabbled in or tried, but my hair obviously being a bit bleached, a bit over processed, and just probably needing a cut, it gets very dry. So whether I'm out in the sun or not, it does tend to get dry after a few days. I think this is a great product if you have quite dry hair that also gets weighed down super easily. So for me, my hair is quite fine, it doesn't have a lot of volume, and I can spray this in pretty liberally and it is still super light. It doesn't feel greasy, doesn't feel oily when this is on, it just makes my hair feel soft and back to how it probably should be. I actually use this quite a lot during my hair routine, so throughout the week. I use this after I wash it, so as soon as I come out the shower my hair is wet, and then I won't use it the first day on my hair, but I will use it the second day. So when things start to get a bit frizzy and fly away, I spray this mostly just in the ends, but then also I'll do a quick little halo at the top and just smooth down everything there. And also when I'm styling it, so if I'm doing like a low bun or a low pony and my hair's already a bit greasy anyway, which is usually on day 3, day 2, day 3, I'll just kind of spray this all over the top and then take a brush and kind of just brush everything down so it's really sleek and smooth. It's kind of super multi-use, which I really like. There's also a ton in here, so I feel like I'm never gonna run out of it. I very rarely run out of hair products that aren't dry shampoo. So as for the makeup bits that I've been using, I feel like this happens every year. The more and more I get into summer, the less makeup I want to put on my face. So I've kind of just been walking past my makeup table and avoiding. But there are 3 products that I have here that I wanted to talk about. One I am obsessed with. I would like to marry this and have little bronzer stick children. It's from Milk Makeup, which are a brand that kind of reminds me a lot of Glossier, if you haven't heard of them. They are at the moment only available in the US, but I hear they're coming soon, which is very exciting because this is one of the best kind of bronzing products I've ever used. I love it. It's a matte bronzing stick, so it's kind of super chunky. You twist it up. It reminds me of like a crayon, but the actual formula of this is super gorgeous. It's pigmented and opaque, but also blends in so easily to your skin. I've actually used this in a makeup video recently, so if you guys want to go and see how it works, I will link that up here for you. They do a lot of these like chunky, fun stick things. They do blushes, they do all sorts of things. They do skincare in this kind of setup as well, which I think is really, really cool. So I definitely want to check out some more of that. But I just love this bronzer. Also, cream bronzer for me in general is one of my favorite makeup products, especially around this time of year. I'll kind of just use this instead of foundation. And it kind of just makes you look like you're super healthy and glowing. So I love that. Also, I wanted to talk about the mascara I've been using this month. This is the new Glossier Lash Slick. Every time I do my makeup and do put mascara on, it's been going on my face. It's not the most volumizing mascara, it's not the most lengthening, although it does add a lot of length because it has some fibers in here. But what I like about it is that it's just so easy. So it is a very everyday kind of mascara. Goes on super quick, doesn't look too over the top, because I do find if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup and then I put a really heavy mascara on, it just looks a bit unbalanced and I don't love that. So I like it a lot, super good for natural days, and the packaging is way cute as well. And then the final makeup product that I want to talk about is this Makeup Forever Aqua Lip Liner. I don't really often use lip pencil, but I got this one on recommendation from Alana. She uses it pretty much on her face every day, from what I can tell. And it's in the color 3C, and it's just one of those, I hate to say the phrase, but your lips but better colors. This actually pretty much is identical to my own lip color, which is amazing. You can just kind of even out the shape of your lips. You can make them a bit bigger if you want to, or just kind of fill in any little places you want to fill in. I've been using this just on top of a lip balm, so I'll put a clear lip balm on, probably glossierbalm.com or the By Terry Balm de Rose, which I like a lot at the moment. I should have mentioned that actually. Add that one on for a quick favorite too. But yeah, I kind of just line my lips a little bit with this, color in the center, and then just dab all around, and it sort of blends into the lip balm and creates a really natural looking lip color. So that's how I've been really liking to use it. Obviously it also works perfectly underneath lipsticks and things like that, if you want a more fuller kind of lip look. But for me, this is a really great one for a natural looking lip. So that's how I've been using it. So my last beauty product I'm going to talk about before moving on to other things is a fragrance. The second I smelled this, I just knew it was instant summer love. This is a summer romance that I have going on here with this. So this is a new fragrance from Jo Malone. It's the Jasmine, Sambac and Marigold Cologne Intense. So it's a slightly stronger version of their scents. I can't even tell you how good it smells. Okay, I'm gonna try. So you can definitely smell a bit of jasmine in there, the floral. I'm not a huge fan of florals and not a huge fan of jasmine in particular, but it's just a really gorgeous like undertone of that. It makes it a little bit fresher and sweeter. And then the marigold as well is a bit more, I'd say, like citrusy. So there is some citrus in here, which is definitely my favorite kinds of scents. It then is just undercut with this warm but soft, it feels like a hug kind of scent, a little bit ambery as well, which I also really love in perfumes. I think the easiest way to describe that is it kind of smells a bit like sun cream, the really good stuff, the stuff that reminds you of holidays. It's really light as well, it's not overpowering, although it is from the Cologne Intense range, it's not super, super heavy. It's just kind of fresh and breezy and easy and did I just rhyme? And so summery. I feel like this is a more sophisticated version of Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, which as we all know is the official fragrance of summer. So I have no doubt that this will be just on my body every day, all day, for the rest of summer. If you walk past me, I'll probably smell like this. Okay, so let's talk about a few other favorites, some non-beauty faves. I'm actually going to start with something that's fallen on the floor. So obviously I have been putting my weekends to good use and sunbathing in a bikini. As you do, of course. Probably the most flattering bikini that I've ever owned or worn. I have, I guess, kind of an hourglass shape. So I have big boobs, I have big hips. I do find it kind of tricky to find a good bikini. Because of that, I feel like a lot of them nowadays are super short and small around here, but also they're very high-legged, so they kind of just cut in at the wrong place. And also, it is impossible to find a bikini that isn't gonna spill everything out the second you move, usually if you're anything bigger than a C cup, which is kind of ridiculous. So I got this on ASOS. ASOS are actually amazing. They do so many kind of like fuller bust ranges. They do a lot of the same bikini, but in a lot of different styles. So they'll have one that does have smaller cups and then one that's slightly different, bigger ones, but in the same style bikini. So it's a great place I find to shop on there. So this one is their Crinkle cut bikini. It is actually from the fuller bust range, so it has this like little thing in it, which makes it harder to show you, but it kind of just has a bit of support there, which is amazing. I just really like the style of this. I feel like it's quite 90s. It's got these thick straps, which are super kind of like stretchy. The weird thing about this bikini is that it is one size fits all, which confuses me slightly because it does fit me perfectly, but it does look quite small, so I guess because it's super stretchy, that's how that works. And then the bottoms are kind of like nice and high-waisted, so they are super, super flattering. It's in this same like crinkle material, which I really, really like. And of course I went for black. They do it in so many colors, but I think black, again, is just really chic. And that has been probably one of my most worn things recently. I've been living in that bikini top especially. I've been wearing it underneath a lot of my clothes and just kind of supermanning it, ripping everything off and running outside the second the sun comes out. Also on my body quite frequently recently have been these denim shorts, and I wanted to mention these because these are by far my favorite pair that I've ever come across. I feel like high-waisted denim is such a staple, especially in summer, but they're kind of like jeans. They're a tricky thing to find the right pair for you. So these are both from Topshop. They are actually called the Topshop Mom high-waisted short, I believe. They basically are very high-waisted. I feel like they are quite short as well, but I have been buying these in a few sizes up. Just makes them super casual. It kind of gives them a way more vintagey vibe. You can also belt them and make them a bit tighter if you want to, which again I think also adds to that look. But it makes them super comfortable to wear when you're just kind of like lying around in the sun, which is basically when I put these on. You can unbutton them and do the roll down thing, which I do sometimes because there's a lot more space when they're slightly big for you. And also they're not too shorts, they don't ride up your bum, which is probably the most annoying thing when it comes to denim shorts. These ones I kind of got more recently, these light bleach denim pair. Super into this really washed out, almost kind of like pastel blue for jeans at the moment. I've kind of got a similar pair on right now. So these two I have been wearing a lot. And I really, really like them. I think Topshop is a great place to go and find your denim. Jeans, shorts, they do it very well. Couldn't do a favourites video at the moment without mentioning this beautiful, beautiful thing. This wicker round hard picnic basket-esque handbag has been one of the most grabbed things at the moment when it comes to my handbags. I just love this so much. I love the color of it, this like darker wicker with the tan strap. I super love the tan strap. I just love it. I think it instantly adds a super summery look to any outfit you pair it with. Like right now, I feel like I could just throw this on. I've been really into my tan accessories recently actually, so that kind of makes sense. I like to wear this a lot with my Saint Laurent Nu-Pieds tan shoes, which are actually right there. And I really like the way that it looks with those. I feel like these bags are just made in the same place and they get sold absolutely everywhere. I've seen them on Urban Outfitters, on Etsy. I got mine on a site called Wood Grey. I will try and find some links down below if you guys are interested in this, but basically just search for round wicker bag and it will come up. So quickly, last thing that I wanted to mention, although this isn't going to take up much time because I've been super slack with my reading, are the books that I've read this month. And I've actually been way back into my Kindle. I feel like I pull this out every 6 months, have a big binge on it, and then need a book in my hand again. But at the moment, I've been really enjoying using this. A few of you guys asked me where this case is from. It is just the one that they sell with it. It's the actual Kindle case. I got mine in grey, which actually has quite a few tea stains on it. I don't know why I put my cups down on top of this. I shouldn't do that. So I have only read one full book in the last month or so, which definitely goes against my reading challenge that I set at the beginning of the year on Goodreads, which was to read 3 a month, I think. Or was it 4? I definitely need to catch up on that. If you guys don't follow me, I do have a Goodreads account. I will leave a link down below. So this is the book that I read last. It's called Love After Love by Alex Hourston. This was actually a recommendation from Laura Jane Williams, who, if you don't follow on Instagram, I highly recommend. She's actually the author of Ice Cream for Breakfast, which I really enjoyed. I feel like that book taught me things. But yeah, this is kind of like one of those read it in the sun, digestible summer reads. It's about a woman who's having an affair, but we know that already. It's more about how it got there. It's kind of one of those books that changes around timelines, which I like. I enjoy it when books do that. I find that quite interesting. This definitely really gripped me. I wanted to keep reading it. I read it over the course of a week or so, I think, which is kind of different for me. I usually binge read a book in one day. I kind of enjoyed that. It was nice to like spread it out a little bit and not just waste the whole thing in one evening. The ending was a little bit meh. It happens to me a lot of the time with most books that I read. I never usually agree on the endings, but I don't think that should affect the actual writing of it, which I did enjoy. It definitely sucked me in. It's kind of like a gripping thriller-ish thing, but without murder and crime and anything too nasty, because I am a sensitive soul, of course. And then the book that I'm reading at the moment, I might as well mention this now. This is called The Wildflowers by Harriet Evans, and this was a recommendation from Kate. This is another one that kind of jumps around with timelines. It kind of follows this family in the 70s when they have younger children, and then the children growing up and what they're doing in their lives when they're a lot older. It's set in, I think it's Dorset on the coast, which I really like. It kind of just gives me this super like summery vibe. Very familiar because me and my family used to go on kind of like British coastal holidays. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. I like it a lot. Again, I'm trying not to read this too quickly. I want to make it last a little bit longer because I do really like it. But I will update you guys when I am done with that one. So those are all my current favorites. That was a long chat, wasn't it? I'm a little bit out of breath now. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and that you're having a great day and some good bank holiday weekend plans are coming your way. That is all from me today though, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!